Hey y'all, and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Michael Shane and I share pet related videos. In today's video, I'm going to share a haul from the expo I just got back from. I just got back from HERPS about an hour and a half ago, so all these items are kind of spread out right now, and I decided to go ahead and film this video prior to putting them away so they don't have to dig them all back out to do a haul video later on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the supplies that I did purchase while I was at HERPS, and then I will show you a surprise at the end of the video. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this iguana basking branch. This is for Sirius, my sand boa, to wrap around and climb on. He obviously does not bask, as he is a sand boa, and all he really likes to do is burrow. But he does come out and explore from time to time, and I can really never find things small enough to fit into his enclosure. So I was pretty happy to find this when I was looking for things actually for some of the other pets. So he actually gets a prize for once, and it is a branch. So the next item I'm going to show you is just some substrate. It is Creature's soil. This is for my tarantula Creature. She is a pink toe tarantula, and all of her moisture pretty much comes from her soil, and this is a peat moss mix. It's very useful to just get that humidity up and hold it there. So I do really enjoy buying this when I find it, and I find that this one vendor that's always at the HERPS show does carry this, so I buy it when I find it. So the next item is a Zilla thermostat. This is for Seffi. Her thermostat's been kind of going on the fritz a little bit, so I will be using this one just to replace that one. But I find if you do need to pick these up a little bit cheaper, you can always look at your local expos. I find that a lot of the vendors who sell the terrariums and different enclosure styles, they generally have these for pretty cheap, so I went ahead and just picked it up there instead of going to a store and spending twice the price for the same thing. So one of the last items I picked up was actually these egg crates. Just for my dubia roaches and my crickets. You need these for colonies, and a lot of times if you try and find them at other supply stores, they're pretty expensive. They were like $5 for a stack of them there. So I went ahead and picked them up at the expo instead of trying to use the internet or another supply store like a farm store. They're very expensive in our area, and I think it's just because there's so many farmers, so I do love finding these at a steal. So the last supply item I picked up is this giant cork bark flat. I didn't spend very much on this, so it's pretty fantastic that I found one this size on the second day of the expo. But this is for Seffi, my ball python. She loves to burrow and hide in very tight spaces, as most ball pythons do, but she tends to burrow underneath her water dish, and then when she's ready to come out and explore, she tends to just dump her water dish all over the ground. So I hope that she will prefer this over her water dish when she's not in shed, and not dump the water dish quite as often, causing me more work than necessary. So moving into the living creatures that I purchased, I did pick up 100 more dubia roaches to add to the group I already have. Obviously, these are a favorite amongst most of my reptiles as well as my arachnids. So I do pick these up when I find them. A lot of the breeders at some of our shows don't have them, but I am about to start my own colony, so that should sort that issue out, because they can get quite expensive over time. So for the last thing I'm going to show you is the surprise here at the end of the video. I did pick up one new addition to the pet room, and that is a new sling. So this is the Chillin' Rose. You can kind of see the little thing right there. So that is my new tarantula. And we are calling him or her Pond, after Amy Pond from Doctor Who, if you're familiar with the show. It just kind of came to us because we were trying to think of what gingers on shows we know. And bear with me, I'm very bad with scientific names as well as the common name for this one, so just bear with me. But this is a Grammostola rosea, the Chillin' Rose, and this is the red form. So for those of you who are not familiar at all with spiders, this is actually that red curly-haired spider that a lot of people are used to seeing. There's a black one that's kind of like the pet rock, the traditional looking tarantula. It's the same species, just this one's red instead of black. So we're very excited to welcome Pond here to the pet room, joining our family. Pond is of course going to be very small for a very long time. These particular tarantulas are terrestrial and extremely slow growing. So for quite a while he or she will be living in this very small enclosure, so don't expect to see a big pet fuzzy rock anytime soon. But you can follow the growth of Little Pond and all my other pets by following me on my other social medias, as well as subscribing to this channel. Don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. Also, the links to those social medias will be down below in the description. Hope to see you guys again next time.